So I had planned on doing a regular long form today, and September decided it wanted to be July. It's hot and gross and 95 degrees out there, which means if I try to paint my bird bath, it's going to bubble and cause problems. So we're stuck waiting again. But there's always art, so that's a good thing. And I got a new coloring book because I am not to be trusted in a Dollar General by myself for any length of time. Let me adjust my chat because I don't know why it just wants to filter out the top messages. I don't know who decides what top messages are. So when people make their way in, they can actually talk to me, which is ideal. So I thought this was pretty. I don't know if we'll get through the whole picture today, but if we go a little bit long, since I'm a couple of days in where I haven't been able to do a long form, that's okay. It's not what I had planned, but there are worse things in the world than coloring instead of painting. I can be happy that I have the means to do either of those things. And even the fact that I have the means to be on here actually is something I'm very, very grateful for. If you pop in and I don't see you right away, please don't take it personally. It is impossible to watch my chat and watch the page at the same time. Also, it doesn't tell me names until you actually type something. So I know you may be wondering, why am I going right off the bat in love with blue? Blue is my favorite color. It is the color I love. So it was a personal choice. Also the first colored pencil I grabbed. Hello, Lalo. Lalu. I hope I pronounced that correctly. It does take it a minute to load up to my screen, and I don't look over right away all the time because I can't focus on my screen and my page at the same time. But I do welcome you in very, very much. Let's see. I think we'll go raspberry for the O. We are just here to relax and chit chat and color. I got a new book today and I'm very excited about that. And it is once again a very expensive Dollar General book. And I just happen to have the luck of choosing the cover piece. But I'm not going to make it look like they did. Thank you, John, and hello. I tend to make things probably overly colorful, but I like things that way. I have a lot of fun with color. If you watch my channel at all, you've seen some of the insanity that is my color choices, but I get away with it. I should have grabbed my pencil sharpener before I sat down. I don't know where I stuck it. That's always a fun challenge on any given day, is figuring out where I stuck my pencil sharpener this time. But I do very much enjoy doing these. It's just kind of fun and very relaxing. I am disappointed not to get to work on my bird bath, but Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit nicer, and if not, maybe Thursday. Either way, I get to be on here and actually sit and color for other people's entertainment as well as my own, which is really, does it get better? Does it get any better than that? I have zero complaints in the way things are working out for me. I have kittens to play with. I can spend my free time coloring live online and talking to people. Life is pretty decent, actually. It's not always perfect, but perfect is a little bit boring, in my opinion. And that really came out very harsh in the lines, so we're going to soften those up a bit. I don't like when my brush strokes are super hard on my painting, and I don't like when my pencil marks are really harsh on coloring or drawing. So I don't really draw. I'm not any good at it. I've said quite a few times now I can do a really impressive stick figure. And now I'm just softening where these marks are just a little harder than I'd like. And kind of bear with me because the colors you see and the colors I see on the page are a little bit different. You guys get a slightly lighter version. Not sure why that is, but we don't fuss too much. Gotta love a good purple. Oh, I am on my own again. I am definitely looking forward to seeing how this turns out because a huge amount of the time I'm just grabbing a color and going with it. Hello and welcome. I'm definitely Oh, did I forget to put I did not? Okay. Sorry. I don't know what it is. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and it completely ignores it. So it just decides to keep popping notifications up. I guess it doesn't make noises, which is not terrible, but still. You would think Do Not Disturb means unless it's an emergency, leave me alone. But that's all right. As long as I'm not hearing, let me out, I'm stuck in your pocket, which is my notification sound. I guess we're doing okay, huh? And I am a huge fan with colored pencils of how you can get multiple tones out of the same pencil. I've always liked that. And I know you can do it with crayons and even markers to some extent, but it's much, much easier with colored pencils, in my opinion. Like I've done with each of these, you've got your darker tone and your lighter tone. This is one of those things somebody told me, because I've been doing long and short form videos on here for years. And a friend of mine saw me just sit and color in one day. And when I'm relaxed, my voice tends to be fairly soft. And she's like, you should do that going live. And I thought she was absolutely nuts. But you know what? I didn't have anything better going at that point. So I gave it a try. For some reason, people seem to like it, which is kind of neat. Really, everything that I do on social media has been kind of a happy accident, because none of it is stuff that I really intended or planned to do. I've been doing yard art for a very long time, and my friends and stuff finally talked me into doing a channel with it. And then I also have kept exotics for a very long time, and I used to post about them on Facebook and whatnot, and someone told me to start posting them on my channel, so I did, and now I post about a little bit of everything, but I enjoy it. And when you're doing it not as a job, but just as something you enjoy, it makes a big difference in the vibe of your work. Because when something's a job, you take it very seriously. At least I do. And you may have some joy in it, but it's not, this is what I do for fun and this is what I do for relaxing. This is what I do for a paycheck. When you take that type of thing and you turn your hobby into work, it takes the levels of fun away. So I'm not monetized. I'm not crazy fussed about becoming monetized. But I do enjoy posting content, and I do enjoy interacting with people that have things to say and gushing with people over the kittens and how cute they are. It's enjoyable, in my opinion. And I actually really like the way that turned out. I think we're going to do the letters up top, kind of alternating. I don't know. Do we want to do alternating, or do we want to be each word a color? You know what? We're going to do alternating because I can. That's the good thing about this sort of thing, is as long as you're just doing it for fun and to relax and just to share a little piece of yourself with the world, you can just do things because you feel like it. As long as they're not things that harm other people. Because that is not who we are. I think this is probably the best saying of my opinion. And whether you hear them or not, my birds are chiming in with their opinions on the matter as well. I'm getting kissy noises and sweet and other cute things from them. I do have my headset on so that it's not overwhelmingly loud for you guys, because sometimes it can be. Sometimes they're a lot. I still love them. And they might respond with what dipping sauce they want when I threaten to turn them into chicken nuggets on occasion. But hey, you gotta have fun, right? Yesterday was ranch. It was kind of funny. It was actually really funny. I told them I was going to turn them into chicken nuggets, and they just started yelling ranch. I don't think they're taking my threats very seriously anymore. Not that I would ever actually harm my birds, I adore them. They are like children to me. Maybe not on the same level as my actual child and grandchild, but still. It's hard to keep just a that is a pet mindset to something that can talk to you. And because of the level of intelligence that they do have, they can actually learn how to use words correctly. So it's kind of wild. My house is not boring. Cannot believe it's already been 15 minutes on here. Actually, almost 16 minutes. But time flies when you're having fun, I guess. Excuse me. I am regretting my choice of drinks for this particular live, though. As much as I very much enjoy soda, I don't drink it often. And I'm over here trying my hardest not to belch on camera. So if you hear weird noises, don't judge me too harshly. I kind of am glad for my choice of alternating colors. I kind of love it, the way it turned out. But if you were wondering why I say I don't often drink soda, I love soda like you would not believe. But a very common ingredient in a lot of your darker sodas is actually coriander, which is the cilantro plant, and happens to be a severe allergy of mine. So I can't have Dr. Pepper, I can't have Pepsi, Coke, most root beers, most colas, most root beers, most dark sodas. Now I can get away with stuff like this. I am not sponsored in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but it's a once in a while thing. Because my system's not used to it, it kind of messes with me when I do have them. But I do love them.